First of all, my apologies for intruding into this session. In any case, much of what I'm going to speak, I already covered in my presentation this morning. From the point of view of effective and targeted distribution under NFSA, I just want to list out 6 or 7 issues. The first point is the correct identification of beneficiaries. Under NFSA, the responsibility for evolving criteria for identification of beneficiaries as well as their actual identification has been left to the state governments. It is therefore well within their rights to have their own criteria and identify the eligible households. What is important is that there should be a mechanism for regular updation of the list of beneficiaries so that those who have been left out but deserve to be included in the list of eligible households are included, and those non-deserving are taken out of that list. And in that direction, our efforts towards transparency by placing the entire list of beneficiaries on the PDS portal for everyone to see has played a great role. The second important thing is deduplication, weeding out of the bogus and ghost ration cards, which is a part of the regular updation of the beneficiary list. And this, the process of digitization, which is now complete in all the states, but it's regularly updated. And I want to share with you that this process of digitization of beneficiary list and the process of Aadhaar seeding in that list has led to deletion of 2.33 crore ration cards during the period of 2013 to 2016. This does not actually mean any savings, because these ration cards have been replaced by those who deserve. So what has happened is this exercise has led to better targeting of subsidy, and as per our estimates, this amounts to about 14,000 crores of better targeting of food subsidy. The third issue for effective and timely distribution of food grains is timely lifting of food grains by state governments from the FCI godowns. There are many a times, timelines have been given. States are required to lift the food grains for, say, this month, during the previous month itself, so that the distribution starts from the first of the relevant month. And therefore, they're required that latest by the end of the previous month, they should lift their quota from the FCI godowns. But often requests are received from the state governments for extending that period, and for extension up to 30 days, this power has been given to the local Food Corporation of India, GM or executive director. But after 30 days, they have to come to the department. And in that, we have been very strict. The reason being that the Food Security Act talks about payment of food security allowance in case of non-distribution of food grains. And rules also have been framed in this regard, which says that within the 30 days of the month after the month in which distribution of the food grain was to take place, if there is a delay, then within by the third week of the next month, the food security allowance should be paid to the beneficiary. And therefore, extension by the ministry now are very, very rare. Then next point, fourth point, is automation of the supply chain, by which every movement of the food grain at every stage, from FCI go down to state go downs, from state go downs to fair price shops, this information is placed in the public domain. And also, efforts are being made that when the food grain is moved from the state go down to fair price shops, an SMS goes to all the stakeholders, the beneficiaries, the fair price shop owner, the members of the vigilance committee in that area, so that everyone is aware that the food grains for this fair price shop has moved on this date at this time, and by this time, the vehicle should reach the fair price shop. The quantity, rice, wheat, everything is sent in the SMS. Then at the state level, certain logistical arrangements are to be required to be in place, which includes sufficient decentralized storage facilities, so that 3 to 4 months ration is always available at decentralized locations, which can be moved easily to the fair price shops. and arrangement for the intrastate movement of the food grains from FCI godowns to different storage points. Because we experienced that when certain big states moved from erstwhile PDS to the NFSA, and when their allocation increased substantially, they did not have the capacity to move these food grains, to take these to the fair price shops, and they faced a lot of problem in intrastate movement of food grains. Last but not the least is the grievance redressal mechanism. I mean, if it is a right, then a person who has that right should be, I mean, he should have an access, easy access to go to authorities whereby he can raise his complaints about either about non-distribution of food grains or non-timely distribution of food grains, overcharging, quality, anything. So these authorities should not only be in place, they should be adequately advertised and they should be proactive. Thank you.